So I was 15 years old, and yep, it was a neighbor girl. Now let me tell you how this went down. I was a preacher's kid. My dad was a minister, and we lived in a parsonage, a rectory, if you will. It's where the preachers lived, a house owned by the church, okay? And it was a pretty strict home. Almost Mennonite, if you will. No dancing, no music, no rock and roll music. The only thing we sang in church was hymns. Okay, we always had a piano, and I was familiar with the piano, and I played. But no rock and roll music. And the neighbor girl, it's always the neighbor girl. She says, I have a vinyl record I want you to listen to. What is it? Rock and roll music. I said, oh no, I can't listen to that. That's the devil's music. But she was persistent, and one day my mom and dad were away. Now we had this record player. It was in the dining room, and it was one of the big console record players, okay? I mean, this thing sounded pretty good, but all we were allowed to play on it was Christian hymns and whatnot, okay? I mean, it had never been defiled by the devil, this record player. But the neighbor girl brings over this record, and my mom and dad aren't home, and it says on it, Deep Purple. And I'm like, what's a Deep Purple, I didn't know anything about bands or anything. But she said, it's rock and roll music. Put it, I want you to listen to this song. I'm like, oh my. So we put it in there. We put the record in the record player, okay? She cues it up, and I want you to hear this song, Smoke on the Water. It's all queued up, ready to go, and she pushes the button, and it goes down on there. And I heard the devil's music for the first time. It went bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And I'm like, what in the world is that? I had never heard anything like that. But I kind of liked it. I'm like, holy crap. Well, I had no idea, okay? But then the bass came in. Now, if you have not heard or listened lately to Smoke on the Water, I'm telling you, the song is magic. It's progressive rock. It starts out with just this guitar, okay? But next comes in the bass. And the bass comes in, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, I'm digging this. I mean, this was pretty good stuff, okay? So I'm almost hooked. I'm almost hooked on this rock and roll music. And then it happens. Oh, crap. When them toms come in on Smoke on the Water, now the toms are panned according to the drummer's perspective. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking at the record player, I'm right in the middle, okay, I got a good seat, and I hear them tones, boom, 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 I just about jumped out of my seat, and right then and there it happened. I mean, the devil did not have to buy my soul. And the devil did not have to play the fiddle for my soul. I gave it to him. Here you go. Here's Ed's soul. Just please let me play this music. That's the music I wanted to listen to and play for the rest of my life. But the good news was, later I found out there's such a thing as Christian rock and roll music. So I goes to my dad. I says, hey, can I listen to Christian rock and roll music? Well, it's Christian. Okay, I guess. Then when he heard it, he had doubts. But so it was Greg Norman was the first Christian music that I ever listened to. And so I found out that I could play rock and roll music and still go to heaven. So I was okay with that. But that's how I lost my virginity, and my ears were first exposed to the devil's music. And I have no regrets. I kind of like the devil's music. But I've been playing it my whole life, and I've been recording it. But that was how Ed lost his virginity to a young lady. And I hope you liked this little video. If you did, make sure and subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.